Greetings, YouTube. Santor Thomas, and I apologize if I'm butchering Mr. Thomas's first name, won a lawsuit against an employer for racial discrimination. See, Mr. Thomas is black. So he took the checks that came from that lawsuit, and he went to his bank and to deposit them into his account and get some cash. Whereupon he was racially discriminated against again. Yep, depositing checks from a racial discrimination case, and the man was racially discriminated against because he was a black dude with money. Now, in the United States, any check will be passed in 3 hours. 3 hours. So if you deposit a check, all the bank has to do is have a blanket policy that cash is not available from a deposited check for 24 hours. Bingo, done. No discrimination across the board. Everybody would be treated equally. Annoyed, but treated equally. Okay? But that's not what they did. They hemmed and hawed, and they called the police. And even when Mr. Thomas turned over the court filings showing that he had won the case, they gave him crap. So he closed his account, went to another bank, who gladly accepted his money. But the cops got called on a black man in America. And that is weaponized hatred. Because too many times in America, no matter what happens, when cops are called on a black person, that black person gets arrested, beaten, or murdered. And Mr. Thomas comments about that, the fact that he made every effort he could to remain completely and absolutely cool. That he didn't want to be the next black guy lying on the ground screaming, "I can't breathe." That's weaponizing the police force against the black community. And it's done intentionally by racists. Because they want to make sure that black people know their place. So, Mr. Thomas is talking to his lawyers. Sounds like there's going to be another discrimination case. Sounds like he's going to be getting some new checks in the near future where he can deposit them in his new bank, where they're not being discriminatory against him because he's a black guy with money. Best of luck, Mr. Thomas. Sue the living shit out of him.